So at the beginning of this year, I created bingo cards with my friends, right? I saw it on TikTok. It seemed like a fun way to create goals and work towards the things that we wanted to do this year. So we all created bingo cards. We created them for ourselves and we created them for each other, which was so much fun. And on my bingo card, I put a lot of different things. And most of the things on my bingo card were things that were either creative, outdoorsy, or like something physical for the most part. There's a few little extras in there. And I went through the year and I crossed off some of the things on my bingo card. But I got to about mid October and I realized, looking up at my bingo card that was sitting there staring at me behind my desk, that I had only crossed off 8 squares on my bingo card. There's 25 squares on a bingo card plus like a free space. So I looked at this and I was like, that's not very many. I feel like I can do better. And looking at that, I was thinking about my life. I was thinking about where I was in my life. And I was in this phase of working on all of these creative things and trying to figure out the direction for my life. And I was really stressed out. I had a stressful spring and summer and I was struggling, if I'm being honest. And when I looked at my bingo card, I realized that everything on my card that was left already was something that something that I was pretty much already working on. I either wanted to do through the end of the year or it just fell in the realm of everything that I was already planning to do. It just made it more fun. It made it more exciting. It made it a game, right? A challenge. So I challenged myself to finish or get as close as possible to finishing every single thing on my bingo card by the end of 2025. And we are now on the last day of 2025. It is December 31st at like, I don't know, 12:15 or something like that. And this is it. This is the end. And while I'm not necessarily going to do a whole like review of everything in this video, one of the things on my bingo card was to do a long form video. I don't like sitting in front of the camera, and this bingo challenge has definitely gotten me better at putting myself in front of the camera. But one of the things was to create a long form video. So here we are. This is my long form video. I've got myself and a little bit of nerves and probably too many ums, but we're here. And then one of the other squares was to be on 3 podcasts this year. I've already been on 2. And I decided to give it a little twist for this last one. So I'm going to take the audio from this video and put it into podcast form on my Substack. So we're gonna cross off both squares at once on the last day of this challenge and kind of start a podcast on my Substack. I have zero plans for it. I have no idea where it's going to go or if anything will happen for it, but we're going to go for it anyway. And so I wanted to take a little bit of time with this video and just talk about this challenge. Like I said, I'm not going to do a whole review yet because I'm still kind of in it and I feel like I need to process and look at everything I've done and what I haven't done and see where I'm at. But to give you a little context in case you have missed it, this is my bingo card. When I started, I had 8 squares crossed off with, 17 or 18 to go. Plus, I have another bingo card that my friends made me that had a bunch of squares not completed. My main goal was to finish this plus the 5K that was on my bingo square. And I did do the 5K, so that was really cool because until like, I don't know, a month ago, I had never run more than a mile. So that was a pretty big accomplishment for me. And then I did cross off a few other squares on that bingo card. But it's pretty cool to now look at this bingo square or bingo card and know like I got bingo at least twice, potentially 2 more times when I finish these 2 more squares. I'm not sure. We will see. Um, but it's really cool. You know, something that's not on my bingo card is to change my life with a bingo card. And I know it sounds cheesy, and I know it sounds like it's not a big deal. It's just a bingo card, right? But following this challenge this year really did change my life. And sure, when I started the bingo card, I did cross off a few things, and that was really cool because I did a lot of fun things. I went on some adventures, I tried new things. But when I challenged myself to be intentional about my bingo card, everything changed. And changed in ways that I didn't expect it to change. I expected to cross things off my list. I expected to have fun. I expected to push myself. But I didn't expect that by just following things that lit me up and things that I was really excited about, that I would really change my life. Because for years now, I have been moving in a direction towards things that I wanted, towards creating the life that I wanted. And especially this year, I had to pivot a lot. I thought my car was dying, and then I got in a car accident, and my car actually did die. And I was using my car as a big form of income, and I've really been wanting to create this creative, outdoorsy, adventurous life where I get to be outside and I get to be creative and I get to help people be creative. But I have been stressing myself trying to figure out how to do that and trying to figure out what that looks like. And when I had this idea to do this bingo challenge, the card was one thing and I had no idea where it would lead me. But by doing this challenge, I really I had to be intentional. And I think around Thanksgiving I posted something on Facebook or probably all social media about being really grateful and just how grateful I was feeling for my life. And a friend of mine, her name's Shawna, she's amazing. Um, she said something along the lines of, it's because you are being intentional about creating your life every day. And I think about that a lot because it feels so true to me. I took something that seemed so silly, like a bingo card, and I just challenged myself to see what could happen. And because of that challenge, and because of doing things like going backpacking and 3 new paintings and a boudoir photo shoot and putting my own creative project out there, I have challenged myself creatively in so many ways. Like even with this video right here, right? I put long form video and I put be on 2 podcasts. Most people, well, for a podcast episode, you just think of being a guest on a podcast, which I did 2 of. And then a long form video, that obviously leaves a lot of room for interpretation. You can do so many different things. And I kind of love that because while I think there's something to being specific when you're going towards goals and accomplishments, I also love stuff that has a lot of room for interpretation because it's allowed me to get creative and try new things and push myself out of my comfort zone and doing things that I didn't see. Or like another example would be one of the things I put on this bingo card was to create and share a creative project of myself. I had a completely different idea in mind, and then I had this like aha moment when I was going for a walk where I was like, holy shit, wait, like this bingo card, like this challenge is the creative project. And it's led me to so many things. I've had people reach out to me and say that they want to do their own bingo cards. I've had people reach out to me with different creative opportunities. I mean, like I said a million times now, I have challenged myself, I have pushed myself. I'm happier. Like, On a day-to-day basis, it feels easier to find joy in my life. It feels easier to look for the good things. I feel more confident in the direction I'm going in and who I am and the life that I'm building. And while I have grown so much over the last couple of years, and I think every decision I've made, every mistake I've made, everything has led me to right here, I very much believe that. I feel like I'm no longer like wandering the woods. I don't exactly know what's next, but I feel like I'm on a path. It's my path. And I love that because it's one that I feel like I've created for myself instead of having someone create it for me. And I think that's something I've been searching for a long time. And I'm really excited to see what happens now. Because now, as I wrap up this challenge on this last day of the year, crossing off a few more squares, there's squares that aren't completed, and I want to beat myself up for that. I'll be completely honest with you. Like, that's hard. I made a post yesterday about everything I crossed off as well as everything that's left on my list. And my friend Danielle, she always puts things in perspective for me because I'm not gonna lie, I was a little frustrated. I'm like, there's still things that I want to finish, so there's just no time to finish. And she was like, look at you, like you're amazing. Like, look at all the stuff that you've crossed it off. You trusted yourself and you trusted your ideas. And it was a really good reminder that I needed to hear because I have done so many things in these last couple months. I've crossed off so many squares, and it's led me to, like I just mentioned before, opportunities. I've connected with new people. I've had people tell me that I have inspired them to create their own bingo cards. I've had people tag me in other people talking about their bingo cards, which I think is really cool. And now I'm holding 5 different bingo card creation events in January. And I'm so excited because I get to sit down with people and help them create their bingo cards. And I love that because, like, I have spent however much time talking about, this bingo card changed my life. And it wasn't just about setting goals. It wasn't coming from a place of like, how do I fix my life or how do I fix myself or like, what's wrong and how do I make it better? Everything I put on my bingo card was stuff that I wanted to do, stuff I wanted to create, stuff I wanted to try. And so I love that I get to now sit down with people in this new year and help them look at their life and be like, okay, like, what is it that you've always wanted to do? Like, what's something you want to try? Maybe what's a new skill that you want to learn? Maybe it's something really, really fun and simple. Like, I don't know why, but the thing that keeps popping up in my head is um, 25, trying 25 kinds of cheese. And I love that because it's kind of silly. And I'm sure there's a million kinds of cheeses, but like, maybe that's what you want to do. You know, maybe yours is adventure themed. Maybe yours is value based. Maybe it's all different things. And I just love that there's really no right or wrong way to do it, but it brings this sense of fun and joy and playfulness to doing what you want to do with your life. And it doesn't mean that you have to like change your whole life and change careers and all of that stuff. It can just mean these are the things you want to do alongside of the life that you're currently living. But there's so much potential in it. And I'm so excited that I get to help people create theirs and then help you actually figure out like, okay, like when you get bingo, how are you going to celebrate? And how do you actually get bingo? Like, how do you keep yourself accountable so you don't do what I did and actually check things off throughout the year? There's so much possibility and there's so much potential, and I'm pretty sure being the bingo card girl maybe has become my entire personality. And that's okay. I'm here for it. It's fun and it's silly, and that's something that I want more of in my life going into 2026. I want more playfulness. I want to take things less serious. And I'm really excited to see how doing something like playing a bingo card or a game of bingo is going to help me do that. really windy. The stand blew over, or tried to blow over, but that's okay. So I'm going to wrap this up, but I want to say, for me, the thing that I am most proud of is, while I have followed through on ideas over the years, I've tried new things, I've pushed myself out of my comfort zone. I've had a lot of big ideas in the last year, especially for creating this creative life. And this is the first idea that I think I have consistently shown up for and followed through on every single day. And I'm really fucking proud of myself for that. And I think a big part of it is because it's fun and it's exciting and it's something silly like a game of bingo. So I'm gonna wrap this up because I have no idea how long I've been talking and I have to go. But hopefully this doesn't suck. And hopefully the audio isn't terrible. But we're gonna go with it no matter what it is, because creating is messy, right? And we have to start somewhere. And I'm excited to take everything that I have learned in this last year, especially in these last couple months, and all of these ideas, and put it into a new year and create from there. So come with me. It's going to be fun. We're going to play a lot of bingo. Last thing, for Christmas, my grandma got me a bingo ornament, and it's like really bright, classic bingo, like the bingo number balls, and it says bingo across all of it. And even though it's very different than like what I'm actually doing, I love it and I think it's hilarious. And I love that I get to put that on my Christmas tree every year and look at that and remember right now. So, happy New Year's Eve. If you're listening to this after, all of the links for my bingo card events will be in the description, so you can check all of that out there. I'd love to have you come. There's a couple in-person events in Western Pennsylvania, and then there's a few virtual events in January. I'm super excited. Feel free to ask me questions. I'm happy to answer them and play some bingo. Bye.